We're dealing out cards to celebrities today. So pull up a chair and watch the stars play on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Card Sharks. Delighted to have you here. Dean Wood, nice to see you. Yes, indeed. We are playing with celebrities, as a matter of fact, for the next 3 weeks. 4 of your favorite stars playing in round robin this week, 4 more next week, and then the winners come back in the 3rd week, all playing for their favorite charity and playing very well. This week we have Meredith McRae, Marianne Mobley, and Ross Martin. And this gentleman who won his first match, his time ran out. We didn't get a chance to go for the money cards, and he's going to do that right now. Would you join me here in the studio in welcoming Greg Malavy?
Yeah.
Hello there. Yeah. Got the money cards at all, right?
Yep.
Good. Do it right now. We'll look forward to you making some money for your charity, which is?
The Sierra Club Foundation. Thank God I remembered it.
Let's open up the board and get to those money cards. Come on. The Backpackers of America Unite. Good organization. Absolutely. Let's see if we can make some money for them. Good. And those cards that Greg cut before we went on the air, after, of course, they were all shuffled and sealed earlier this morning. Then they unsealed them. Greg cuts them, and here they come. $200, 3 cards, the bet as you will. Up to the 2nd level, another $200 and 3 more cards.
Oh, boy.
Minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money.
Can you imagine how many backpacks you could buy for that?
You
With
could
that
buy
money?
right now, if you went double all the way to the top.
Okay.
$28,800 is what you'd make right now for your charity. And remember, unlike the main game, now you're on your own, so that if you get a double, your bet just carries over. You do not lose on a double, and that should help you.
Okay.
All set?
Call that a push. Okay, I'm
Here's
ready.
200. And remember that you can change the base card on each level, and that might help as well as we start you off with, up the middle with an 8. You can change it. That is the
change
worst
it,
card.
change it.
The absolute worst card is an 8 right up the middle, so it becomes a 7.
I'd like to
much
change
better.
that, too. Give me a 2, will you? I have no choice. I'm
You
going to
have
go
no
higher.
choice now.
Higher.
You're going to go higher,
I'm
and
gonna
how
go
much of the 200
For
are you gonna
$50.
bet? He's taking the minimum bet. So you're starting off well. Let's see if we can buy a better card and get another $50. Higher. We did.
All right.
Better card, $250 with a queen.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to bet it all, and I want to go lower.
All of it.
All of it.
And
Lower
the
for all of
aces
it.
or kings. He's a gambler. Is it lower for $500? Yes.
All right!
Now with a 5 and 500. Not quite as good a card as the queen.
Higher. All of it. Higher. All of it higher.
All of it on a 5.
All of it higher.
Cross the fingers. All of it higher.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you might be taking too big a chance there, but you're not out of it because a 4 is a good card. Remember the other
Oh, okay.
200, we move it up. You can build it up with 4 cards
no!
now.
I'm going to go higher. I'm going to bet all of it. I'm going higher.
Well, we have no more money to give you, so it's all or nothing right now. Trying to double it higher. Yes! Up the middle at an 8 and $400.
I can't change that card.
Gotta play it. Seen
Oh, my
4
gosh.
lowers, 1 higher one. You're up the middle.
I'm going to go higher. $50. Higher
You get the
$50.
feeling he's a
Higher
professional
$50.
gambler. 6, 7, 8, 8.
I'm
Gonna go higher
praying
and-
that you know those are worry beads I'm pretending I'm manipulating.
And how much money?
I'm going to go higher, $50.
$50 minimum bet. Higher. No. 350 with a 7. Come on. 2 to go.
I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go higher. Higher $50.
Again, 50. Higher. And this time it is with a 10. 400. We're going to move up to 10. Now you don't have to play it. You could change it if you'd like.
No, I'm going to go for it. Let's see. I'm going to go lower all of it.
You're going to play the 10?
Oh, no, I'd like to change
You
it.
can change it now.
Change it.
You've
Don't
moved
go
up a
away.
level. Don't
my
go
gosh,
away,
stay
Lois.
around.
He wants a better card. Let's now make sure you give him a better one. She did.
All right.
For 3.
All of it. And todos. All of it higher.
This will be $800 if this card is higher, and it is. All right, 800, 200 in the game, $1,000 for the Sierra Club.
It's a couple of backpacks and a
That's not
couple
a bad
of
bag.
cards, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Come on down here with me a moment there, Greg, and we'll continue around robin as we meet 2 more of our celebrity players right after this commercial break. All right, let's continue the round robin. Janice is going to deal out 2 brand new decks of cards. They have been cut by these people, Meredith McRae and Ross Martin. And the toss of the coin, Ross is playing here at the red, yes, and Meredith here. Hello there, good people. Nice to have you both back.
Nice to see you.
And you are playing for whom, sir?
I am playing for the Cancer Immunization Center at UCLA.
Yay, UCLA!
Why, yay, UCLA?
Because I went to UCLA. I love the Bruins.
Oh, they didn't, I don't know.
They're
that.
doing very well this year
they're
for a
not
change.
doing
Yeah, but they
bad.
can't win anything, even if they win.
I know, but, well, we'll still beat SC.
Yeah.
Who you got to be playing for?
I'm going to be playing for United Cerebral Palsy.
Good. Nice to have you both here with us. Let's get the match started. You did cut those cards, yes?
Yes. we cut the
All righty, and
cards.
we play the best 2 out of 3. We will start with a question to Ross. Ross, we polled 100 actors and actresses, and we asked them, do you still get stage fright before you go on? How many actors admitted they still get stage fright?
Well, I'm very long in the tooth in this business myself. And I can tell you that every time there's an opening night, I get stage fright.
Really?
There is, yeah, you get butterflies in the stomach. It's what makes the adrenaline go so that you give a little electricity in the performance. I would say the figure would be quite high, and I'd say it's somewhere near 76 out of 100.
76 out of 100 actors said, yeah, they still get stage fright. Higher or lower, Meredith? What do you think?
Well, I'm in a difficult position because I totally agree with Ross. I think that people do get nervous. It depends on the job. Like the first day on the job, you really get nervous. Then after a while, you relax. And I would say high too, but higher than 76. I'm going to say lower.
Sounds like he put you on the spot with that
Yeah, I
number,
picked a
right?
good number.
A little lower.
It's hard.
All right, if it's lower, you'll play your cards. If not, Ross plays his. And, of course, if you can hit it right on the head anytime, that's a $500 bonus for your charity. The actual number of actors who still get stage fright is 65. Meredith was right. It was high, but just that little bit lower. So it is Meredith McCrae who starts off with a 10.
I don't like that card. I'm going to change it.
You win the question, you can change it. A good
Good.
change with a 4.
Okay. Higher.
Higher than a 4. Oh, no. And a break right away for Ross. He's got a free chance at a 7.
Can I change it?
You did not win the question. You must play it.
I see, I must play it. I'm going to say higher.
Is it higher than a 7? No.
Why did I listen?
Fill
We're
in the
doing
space.
great, aren't we?
Well, you went with the odds, but it's tough. If you win that question, then you can get rid of those bad
Yeah.
cards. Meredith?
Unless you get a 2.
That's right. Meredith, we asked 100 married men. When it comes to romance, should the husband always be the one to make the first move? How many men said yes, the husband should always make the first move?
Always should. Oh, that's another hard one. I think, personally, from my point of view, that it should be mutual. But I prefer Greg to make the first move most of the time, because then I know, well, never mind. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble.
You already are.
Just keep talking, Meredith.
I would say that about 54.
54 out of 100 married men said yes, the husband should always make the first move, Ross.
I don't think, when the key word there is always, and even though it's possible that most married men would prefer that their wives, that they make the first move most of the time, always is not really, every now and then it's great fun for the wife to make I would say lower.
Lower. You did conjure up lovely visions, I must say. 54 and lower. The actual number of married men who said the husband should always make the first move is 11. And Ross is probably exactly right. The word always, the key word there. Nicely solved by Ross Martin, who has a 7, and now you
Boy,
can
let's
change it.
change that card immediately.
I didn't even
Thank
have to
you.
remind him. A 6, a little
Not
better.
too hot, is it? I'm going to take a chance and say lower.
Oh, he's going against the odds. Is he right? No. Should have gone with the odds that time. Meredith, the break for you.
This time it's got to be higher.
Higher than the 4. A jack.
Yay! Lower.
Lower than the jack. A 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. Another jack.
Lower.
Oh, she's trying to go all the way. Is she right for the game? No. On the last card.
Oh, I should have frozen.
All the way back. Janice will fill in the spaces.
No, I got carried away there. I should have quit with the jack.
Question
Oh, well.
3 to you,
We may
Ross.
never get this game finished.
Oh, we get the sudden death, we will, and it's getting closer. Someone better get across that board. Ross, we asked 100 men. Love this question. 100 men. If you were barbecuing hamburgers for yourself and your dinner guests, and you discovered your dog licking one of the hamburger patties, would you eat it yourself or serve it to a guest? How many men admitted they would serve it to the guest?
Well, we're not talking now about the number of men who would serve it to their guests. We're talking about the number of men who would admit that they'd serve it to their guests rather than eat it themselves. I think most men tend to try to be pretty good hosts. And I would say that maybe 23% would admit.
Or in this case, 23 out of 100 would serve it to the guest, Meredith.
Well, this is another hard one now. Okay, once I was cooking a ham for Thanksgiving, and it fell on the floor, and my dog came in real quick, okay? And I did serve it to my guests. Well, what else was there, right? I mean, what else was there? But I guess everybody says higher, huh? Oh, all right, I'm going to say higher.
You're going to say higher. See, the trick is, if everybody sees that dog eating it, you pick it up and you give it to Greg to take it back in the kitchen and say, Greg, bring out the other ham. 23 and higher. The actual number of men who would serve guests a hamburger patty their dog licked is 61. Very much higher. Well, so much for the well-mannered host. Meredith, you've got a 4.
Okay, I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 4. Yes, an 8.
Oh, freeze, absolutely.
And now as we freeze, is someone going to have a problem?
And I can't change that.
Well, right now, you're going to need 4 cards if you win or pass. Meredith needs only 3, but she's up the middle with an 8. Someone's going to have a long way to go with sudden death, and we'll find out who gets it right after this. And we were just discussing the odds about whether you should play or pass on a situation like this. It is your decision, but obviously someone's going to have a long way to go. Ross with a 6 needs 4 cards. Meredith up the middle with an 8 needs 3. Sudden death. Someone has to win this game on this play of the cards. Meredith, we asked 100 single women. Have you ever led a man on by saying, maybe, when you really meant, no way?
Oh,
How many single women have led a man on like that?
I think every woman watching would agree that, yes, we've all done that, and then later regretted it. But anyway, I'm going to say really a lot of women have done that. I would say 74.
74 out of 100 have said maybe when they really meant no way. Ross, higher or lower?
I'm going to go lower on that.
Yeah?
I really think that women are far more honest today than they used to be, and they would be freer about saying no.
And you both totally disagree on this one. Let's find out who gets control in sudden death. The actual number of single women who've led a man on by saying maybe when they really meant no way is 63. Ross is right, it's lower. Still a very high number. Ross, you've got control. You can play it for 4 cards, or you can pass it to Meredith for 3. You've got control of the board.
I'm going to pass and see whether Meredith can get 3 consecutive cards.
That's
Now, I
right.
can't
She's got to
change
get
it.
all 3, and you must play that card, the 8. You did not win the question. You're up the middle of the start.
Okay, I'm going to say up. Higher.
Higher. No, it's not. And right away, Ross game 1 in sudden death.
That's a
Yeah, it kind of looked like whoever got control of that board was going to get that one. So we will set up for game 2. Same 2 decks of cards. Janice will deal out the next cards off the top of the deck. Ross, start
Yes.
game 2 with a question to you.
Surely.
Ross, we asked 100 married women. Have you ever awakened in the morning, angry at your husband, because of something he did to you in your dreams? How many women said they have woken up angry at their husband because of something they only dreamed he did?
I don't think that percentage is particularly high. I mean, they may be angry because of something that he did the night before or failed to do the night before. But you got it. Very few get angry about the dream. I would say no more than about 15 out of 100.
15 out of 100 got mad at their husband for something they dreamed.
That's another hard one because I agree with Ross. I don't think that a lot of people do have that happen to them. You know, we have bad dreams, but generally it's not about our husbands anyway, right? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I would say, though, probably a few more than that, so I will say higher.
You say a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I know it happened to me. I know. I woke up one morning and my wife was hitting me, and I said, why? And she said, because it had something I did in the dream. I said, but it was only a dream. And she said, yeah, but if you do it in your dream, imagine what you'd do for real. 15 and higher. The actual number of married women who have woken up angry at their husband because of something they only dreamed he did is 33. 1 out of 3. It is higher. Meredith starts off the game with a 9.
Oh, I'm going to change that card.
Trying to improve the 9, and she does with a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. No, 3 is not higher. Ross, a break and a free chance and a 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes, a jack.
I'm going to go lower.
Risking it lower, and it is at a 10.
I'm going to freeze.
And that worked out very well for Ross, who needs 2 cards for the match and a crack at the money cards for his favorite charity. We'll be right back after this. I was just telling our audience about how nice I've worked before with Greg Malavy and Meredith McRae and with Marianne Mobley and her husband Gary Collins, who is visiting us here in the studio. And I said how nice they were. And during the break, Gary came up and gave me a kiss on the cheek. And, sure, I said I've been out of town with all of them.
Hey,
Actually, what I... Thank you. What I didn't tell our friends was that, see, Greg and Gary and I were out together, and Meredith and... Well, that's another story. All right, it is game 1 to Ross Martin. Ross is at 10, needing 2 cards. Meredith with a 5 needs 4. We pick up with question 2. You're good people. We're having a lot of fun. Meredith, we sent our man on the street to Florence, Italy, where he asked 100 Italian women, if a woman fools around before marriage, should she tell her future husband about it? Oh. How many Italian women said yes, if a woman fools around before marriage, she should tell her fiancé?
I don't care if you're Italian or if you're American. The less they know, the better.
The women all agree.
That's my philosophy, and I've learned that the hard way. Trust me, okay? I would say, 76.
How many women, if she fools around, she should tell her fiancé?
Oh, should. Oh, excuse me, I had it the wrong way. Oh, in that case, I would say about 16.
16 out of 100. What do you think, Ross?
Boy, she picked it though. You notice she said 76 for the other, but then there wasn't any 24 to counterbalance the 100.
That's right.
And we had dropped
See,
to 16.
eight of them have not made up their mind yet.
Yes,
Those are
8 undecided.
Either that or I can't subtract.
I think in Italy, which is a fairly, highly moral, high religious level country, that the figure might even be lower than 16.
Even lower? You don't think they'd tell it all?
No,
huh? 16, she said.
She said 16. I think it'll be less than 16.
Lower than that. He feels very strongly. The actual number of Italian women who said if a woman fools around before marriage, she should tell her fiancé about it is 31. Not lower. It's higher.
Hey, Italy's changed.
Yes, maybe a little too much honesty over there. Meredith, you've got a 5.
Oh, I'm going to change it.
Can she improve it? Pretty good card.
Oh, well,
she's going to play a 5.
With a 5. Okay, higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes, a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. No, 10 is not lower. Ross with a break and a 10. And a free chance to call off the 10.
Okay, I say lower.
Lower than the 10. Yes, a 2.
And I say higher.
For the championship. Oh, boy, with a big ace. Ross wins it. Well, Meredith, we'll see you a little bit later in the tournament for your favorite charity.
I am usually lucky, but not this time. Do I leave here?
No, you can stay right there. We'll just relax here for a moment, because Ross is going for the big money, and you're going to go for whom?
For the Cancer Immunization Center at UCLA.
Worthwhile cause. We'll be right back right after this commercial break.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.